This is Suzanne Wagner. Thank you so much for joining me. We are doing the daily Numerology and Astrology. This one is for July 30th, 2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 15. And if you add the 1 and the 5 together, you get the number 6. The number 6 is one of my favorite numbers because it brings us back to what is most important, and that is the spiritual inward journey. The external world loves to create drama and upset, but the inward journey allows one to discover those peaceful and accepting places within. Once we know who we are, the external stuff just seems like stuff. It is something to be navigated, but not something to stress over. People always find excuses to get into upset and try to pull others into their pattern, but the attachment is much less when the knowing in our core is stronger than the external pulls that want to entrap us into a longer journey on the karmic plane of existence. After all, the way out is in, and the way in is to go through what we resist. The astrology today. The moon is in the determined and directed sign of Aries, motivating us to get going and to do what we said we would. As we wind down and into the evening, the moon will go into the stubborn-minded sign of Taurus. I personally want to sit back and enjoy all the things I have managed to accomplish over the many months of this pandemic's journey. If you intend to do something, do it with conscious deliberation and determination, Taurus. That is how you know that things will move over time. Though Venus might bring unneeded tension, it decided to minorly challenge Pluto and Saturn. Notice if you start to fall into suspicion and paranoia. Best to interrupt it before it consumes you. Relationships are tough under these conditions, and those feelings of loss are in control of how we respond under duress. It seems all the pathways that are quick will be insufficient going forward. Those feelings can cause us to try to take shortcuts, not the best choice with this astrology. Financially, tensions are surfacing and issues around trust move into the direction of our most intimate relationships. Some people want to do what seems best. Remember that it is their life and their choice. Learn to be supportive as they wander through the options. Perhaps we cannot fully appreciate the feeling or position of another anyway. We have not walked in their shoes, nor can we gauge their energy level adequately. I find that intuitively people make the correct choice for themselves regardless of our opinion. We are all wanting healthier relationships. We all are trying our very best. Perhaps it's time to define the new goals going forward. After all, we have changed a lot and the priorities are radically different than a year and a half ago. Try to remember that we are not lost, but the internal patterns that drove us forward for so many years now feel kind of useless or toxic and inadequate for where we are going now. We are on the path with a new perspective and intention. Let that help define what is needed to go forward next. My quote for today: life is a ride where seatbelts are not addressed. Life is a pattern and a gift because you are blessed. Blessed with this precious life to see if you would see that there is no difference between you and me. And my blog for today. Be thankful for the battles you have won. Be thankful for those who left you undone. Be thankful for the willingness of your soul. Be thankful for the wins when you got your goal. I learned a long time ago that every breath is a gift. I learned to speak kindly, to not make a rift. I learned that pride is in the end carries no weight. I learned that money is not needed at heaven's gate. Thanks, everyone.